What's going on, YouTube? Back again, once again, for another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This is your pal PokeKing Tyler, and I'm going against one of my friends, and he is packing an incredibly powerful team. He has that Venusaur, a Charizard, a Blastoise, an Aegislash, an Electivire, and a Nidoking. So I was pretty afraid that his Nidoking was Life Orb, and I didn't know which one was his Mega Evolution. I hope it was his Venusaur, but you'll just have to see. So we get this battle going, and I believe he starts off with his Nidoking. Yeah, he calls it Thunder King. And I start off with my Porygon too, predicting that he was going to go for the taunt, which I really didn't want to do, because I can't do anything to this Nidoking besides Tri Attack it. So I'll go for my Tri Attack, and it does a ton of damage, including the fact that I had the freeze hacks. So he gets a little HP back from the Black Sludge, and I'm like, wow. And he doesn't thaw out, so I'll go for another Tri Attack, taking this Nidoking down with no problem at all, no damage, no nothing, besides the fact that I do have a taunt on my Porygon. So he goes out to his Poison Ivy, his Venusaur, and it goes for a Sleep Paddle. I avoid it, my Porygon to avoid it, and I go for another Tri Attack, hoping to get a burn or a freeze, but I don't. And my taunt wears off, and he goes for a Sludge Bomb, and my Porygon 2 eats it up. He does have the EV Light on him, so I expect him to eat up these hits, and I do go for another Tri Attack, and it just lives. His Venusaur goes for Sleep Powder and does hit. I am really mad that my Porygon 2 is sleep when the taunt is gone. I could have went for a Trick Room, or I could have had a Toxic off of this Electivire. I'm still asleep, and I was predicting that the Electivire had Brick Break, and it does have Brick Break. My Porygon 2 eats this up, as I predicted not to, but since it has the EV Light, yeah, of course it would. So I go for the Trick Room. Now that I'm faster, I go for the Recover. I get, what is it, 2/4, no, maybe 3/4 of my HP back, and he goes for another Brick Break. I eat it up pretty well, and I go for the Tri Attack, hoping for a Hack. And this also does a ton of damage. He goes for the Thunder Punch, and oh my god, I have the Parahacks. But Trick Room is still up, and that I'm faster, I'll go first. So I'll go for another Recover. He goes for a Brick Break, and I'll go for another Tri Attack, and that's gone. One of the main threats to my team, the Electivire, is gone, because I thought it would be having a Ice Punch, Earthquake, Brick Break, and maybe a Fire Punch or a Thunder Punch moveset. So he goes out to his Mega Charizard Y, and I am not happy that it's a Mega Charizard Y, because I do have a Zoomerale, and I just let my Porygon 2 die to the Flamethrower, since now that it's basically useless. And I go out to my Ambipom named Tails, and he withdraws his Charizard. He goes out to his Aegislash. This was a great move on him, and so I go for the T-Bolt on his Aegislash, and it doesn't do nothing to this Aegislash. He goes for the Sword Dance. Now that I am worried that this Aegislash is going to demolish my team, so I go for the U-turn, pulling out my Ambipom Tails, and I go out to my Sableye, the Diamond and Sableye. He goes for another Swords Dance, and now I am really worried. So he goes for the King Shield, and that was actually a good move on him. But sadly, King Shield does not prevent status moves. I'll go for the burn. And I am so happy that I burnt this Angus Slash. So now that his attack is cut in half, I can go for the knockoff. Knocking off his King's Rock. Yeah, his King's Rock. He goes for another sword dance. And I'm like, oh my god. What can I do? So he goes out for a stance change, and I predicted the Shadow Sneak. And now Sableye did its job by oh, that was also a crit. Wow. But Sableye did its job by burning this Angus Slash for me, and for the next few turns, this Angus Slash is not gonna survive. So I'll go off of my Donphan, and he goes for the Shadow Sneak. Donphan actually eats this up, and I set up my stealth because of that Charizard, and I get a small amount of HP back from my leftovers. And I believe the Angus Slash lives with a little HP this turn from the burn. Yeah, so he goes out to another Shadow Sneak. I did not know if his Shadow Sneak, if his Angus Slash was running Sacred Sword or not. So I take out the Angus Slash with the Earthquake, and I get my HP back from leftovers. And now that the rock's up, this Charizard is no longer safe than coming in. He goes out to his Drago, which is his Charizard. Drought is set back up, and I'm like, well, Donphan can't do much. But he doesn't go for the Solar Beam, and he goes for the Dragon Pulse. And I'm like, what are you running? Dragon Pulse? What are you running? So I go to my Azumarill, and I do switch in, because I don't believe that this thing doesn't have Solar Beam, but it does have Solar Beam. So I'll go out to my Darmanitan, and my Darmanitan, he takes this pretty well, and I'll go out for my Flare Blitz, and I have an Adamant Nature Choice Scarf Darmanitan, and with Drought up, and it takes out this Charizard. So I do take a little recoil, and he goes out to his Blastoise, and it does take its recoil. I mean, the stealth damage, and I don't know why, but I do go out to my I do go for the Flare Blitz, and I did a lot more than I expected. He did a Dragon Tail. My Darmanitan survived. I am happy that I survived. And he went out to my Azumarill Mercy. He gets his HP back from leftovers, and I might as well just go for the Play Rough, but he goes for Ice Beam. My Azumarill has an Assault Vest, and it eats it up. I go for the Play Rough, and it does not as much as I thought it would. I thought it would take it out. He gets a little leftovers damage back. And on this turn, it blew me. I was so ticked that I got the burn. The burn. And I do another Play Rough, and I miss it. I'm like, are you serious? Burn? Miss Play Rough? You just, oh my god. So he goes for another Skull, and it gets my Azumarill down just a little over yellow, and I go for a Play Rough, and since the burn is in, Play Rough does nothing. Nothing. So now I'm past half because of the burn, and I'm just like, I might as well just let my Azumarill go because it's burned and it's useless. He goes for a Skull, I'll go for a Superpower, and I just take it out right here, I believe. Yeah, I take it out here. My attack and my defense stats are lowered, and I'm glad that this Blastoise is gone. And my Azumarill is now in the red because of the burn. He goes out to his Poison Ivy, and I'm just like, my Azumarill is not going to do anything. So it just Sludge Bombed me. It wrecked my Azumarill, and I'm just like, poor Azumarill. But now that his Venusaur it's hurt and it's on red, I can go out to a Flare Blitz, a Choice Scarf Flare Blitz, and just destroy it, wreck it, obliterate it, get it out my face, and it's gone. And I do survive with 5 HP, and that is the game. So I am on Twitter, and you can come like my channel. Please subscribe, and see you again.